distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to invite the chairperson of MTUN, also the vice chancellor of UTEM, Yang Berbahagia Professor Datuk Technologist Dr. Masila binti Kamaruddin, to deliver her speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Malaysia Madani. Salam sejahtera. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri bin Abdul Kadir, Minister of Higher Education Malaysia. Yang berhormat Tuan Muhammad Azmir bin Azizan, Esko Islamic Affairs, Education, Human Development, Halal Industry and Information of the States of Perlis. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Megat Sani bin Megat Ahmad Supian, Deputy Secretary General, Policy. Yang berusaha Prof. Dr. Azlinda binti Azman, Director General of Higher Education, Department of Higher Education. Yang berusaha Dr. Haji Muhammad Zahri bin Ismail, Director General of Polytechnics and Community College, Department of Polytechnic and Community College. Director Generals of Ministries and Statutory Bodies, Member of the University Board of Directors, Vice Chancellors of University in Malaysia, representative from the Embassy of Australia, Russia, Turkey and Iraq, strategic partners, industry partners and the media partners, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the closing session of the MTUN Industry Academia Discourse on Advanced TVET. Shaping the Future Workforce, Advancing TVET through Collaborative Industry Academia Initiative. Thank you for joining us today for what has been an enlightening exploration of the future of technical and vocational education and training. This special event has brought together thought leaders, industry experts, and policymakers to delve into the pivotal role of TVET in shaping the future global workforce and demonstrate the cooperation of MTUN in fulfilling the responsible for the nation. The highlights of the event included keynote speaker sessions, an academic forum, the MTUN CEO Roundtable session, a research exhibition, and the launching of MTUN Advanced TVET 2030. We were privileged to hear from distinguished keynote speakers who shared invaluable insights. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, the Minister of Education, we are expecting you to discuss a little bit more on the internationalizations of TVET educations, maybe in your closing remarks. Why is it so important to look at the global perspective of TVET education? Last year, the UK-Malaysia Education Partnership MOU was signed to foster expertise sharing to strengthen Malaysia's TVET system. Over 12,000 Malaysians, including women, youth, and the bottom 40% income group, or B40, have benefited from the UK-funded Skills for Prosperity program. This program focuses on inclusive skills development, which integrates STEM skills and develops a digital talent roadmap and quality apprenticeship, which is very much aligned with the Advanced TVET 2030 goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the question that might play on the minds of the public is how can the MTUN groom and nurture future talent in TVET? What key strategies can also be employed? Both traditional academic and TVET pathway must be equally valued and cultivated to ensure sustainable talent development in the country. TVET plays an important role in bridging the talent gap within the industrial sector. A study by the World Bank found that every 1% increase in the number of TVET graduates in a country leads to a 0.3% increase in GDP growth. Therefore, for Malaysia to remain competitive, it needs to increase the number of highly skilled workers in this context, advanced TVET, to more than 45% by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, the Malaysian government has also allocated RM5 billion in budget 2024 and extra 200 million during Hari TVET Negara 2024 to improve technical and vocational education and training education in the country. Thank you very much to the Prime Minister PMX Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi for their concern on TVET growth. Not forgetting to our beloved Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri from Minister of Education for keep cultivating and nurture the TVET education. Ladies and gentlemen, to improve coordination within the Malaysian TVET ecosystem, the National TVET Council, MTVET, was established in December 2020 and currently led by the Deputy Prime Minister. The Council serves as a bridge to increase the synergy between the government and the key industry players, as well as to elevate the image of TVET as a strategic career choice. Today, we are also privileged to hear from the expert via MTUN CEO Roundtable session. The CEO Roundtable session was a significant highlight connecting top-level executives from leading companies such as Bosch, Onsemi, and also Upstar, which facilitated discussion on driving economic growth, competitiveness, and the pivotal role of TVET in fostering a high-income nation. Ladies and gentlemen, developing a skilled workforce capable of thriving in the virtual economy in a substantial effort. The National Fourth Industrial Revolution, 4IR, policy document identifies AI as one of the key technologies that are foundational to the nation's 4IR agenda and stresses the need to develop ethical use of AI for transforming the economy. I would like to recap one of the keynote address by Alibaba, that the theme of Alibaba is customer-driven, AI-driven. In developing a digitally skilled workforce, programs offered at MTUN institution have been meticulously aligned to leverage generative AI. This directive has been meticulously spelled out in the 2021 Digital Economy Blueprint, which lays out plans to design the curriculums at higher learning institutes in such a way that they equip tertiary students with the right set of digital skills that are highly sought after in the industry. This also has been identified as well in the 12 Malaysia Plan midterm review and the Madani Economy Framework, whereby talent development for a digital world is identified as one of the key elements in the implementation of the national policy. Ladies and gentlemen, to be viable and relevant in IR 4.0, TVET students must adopt AI and metaverse technology, and this requires astute cooperations between educational institutions, the AI and metaverse industries, and academia. TVET students should be equipped with skills from leadership training in cyber business and metaverse technopreneurship in order to later boost the metaverse economy, and they can secure employment opportunities. With the goal of expanding careers opportunities and improving employability, TVET offers training in these high-demand areas and aims to equip students with the necessary knowledge and abilities to thrive in the modern job market, especially to be job creator. Ladies and gentlemen, as a conclusion, TVET is now seen as a catalyst for economic growth. Thus, considering the significance of TVET for sustainable development, Malaysia has taken another proactive step by partnering in TVET sector, which other nations like China and many more other countries is doing. Today, we also have a notable event, the Malaysia-China Kaiwo Workshop, in collaboration with Felunjang Agriculture Engineering Vocational College and Alibaba. This workshop focuses on academic pathways in technology management, fostering international cooperation and knowledge exchange. Overall, the Advanced TVET 2030 initiative by MTUN aims to enhance the quality of TVET in Malaysia by equipping the future workforce with essential skills and higher salaries, or we call as premium salary. With that, I would like to end my speech, and let's applaud everyone who made this event a success and a stepping stone to greater achievement. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Yang Berbahagia Dato'.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor and privilege to welcome a distinguished leader, a beacon of knowledge and insight to address us today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Minister of Higher Education Malaysia, to deliver his speech and to officiate the closing ceremony of MTUN Industry Academia Discourse on Advanced TVET.
Terima kasih pengacara majlis. There are so many texts for me to read here. I don't know which one to read. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. And I'm not sure this is evening or afternoon. Yang Berhormat Tuan Muhammad Azmir, Exco Negeri Perlis, Dr. Megat, Profesor Azlinda, Dr. Haji Zahari, Naib Chancellor, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian. Terutama sekali bagi pihak Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi, saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan tahniah kepada pihak MTUN yang dapat menganjurkan program yang bermakna bagi kita membawa semua pihak yang terlibat di dalam bidang MTUN ini, khususnya yang terlibat dengan pelbagai program yang dianjurkan, termasuk juga mereka yang bergelar sebagai thought leader untuk berkongsi pengalaman dalam majlis yang sangat bermakna ini. Bagi pihak Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi, seperti yang kita sedia maklum, adalah menjadi dasar kerajaan untuk memastikan agar program-program yang dapat memberi ruang kepada penuntut-penuntut dalam bidang-bidang tertentu menggarap potensi yang ada kepada setiap bidang yang hendak mereka terokai. Dan akan menjadi komitmen daripada Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi untuk memastikan supaya program-program TVET ini akan terus diperkenalkan termasuklah dalam pelbagai bidang yang baru. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be able to address the distinguished members in this very special occasion. Let me also share some of my thoughts as required by the committee, and also as mentioned by the VCs just now. She wants me to speak on the globalizations. That before I go into globalizations, let me take these few moments to also to express the concern and also the planning of our Malaysian government with regard to TVET's program. We have long recognized the technical and vocational education and training, or TVET, as a cornerstone of national development with the potentials to drive the economy and social development to a new height. With this recognition, TVET has been acknowledged as a game changer by various stakeholders both locally and abroad. Previously, TVET suffers from a lower or negative image compared to the academic educations offered by most universities. Through the years, there have been many attempts by the Malaysian governments to mainstream TVET as a pathway of choice for youth. However, the perceptions perpetuate that TVET qualifications leads to lower prestige, earning potentials, and job satisfaction. This perception has lingered on for so many years and has not been good for TVET graduate and its professions. I'm a graduate of the old schools of our education system. In the past, I think my colleagues here, some of you, we have gone through this period where whoever passed the secondary levels of education, secondary levels implies 17 years old. Then right after that, you have to choose whether you want to go to, if you have a very good result, what we call then the SPM. But we still have SPM until today. But if you have a good result, you will go to the normal, your pathway that's going into colleges and to the universities. But if you don't, if you get the second grade or the third grade, they will advise you to go to vocational. As I said just now, vocational means you go to the second levels or the third levels, not the first choice. Then after so many years suffering from this dilemma, we finally decided we have to do something with our education system. For one, I believe that all of us have been bestowed by God on the equal opportunity, equal brain capacity. There are some who are very well versed in their technical skill. Some probably they are good in different fields, in soft skill. So as such, the government has been looking into this for quite some time. Then we decided that we have to treat this skill, vocational and technical studies at par with the current education or the soft skills or any qualification, the paper, we call it paper qualification. So now we have 4 MTUNs. And recently, the Deputy Prime Minister has already announced that he wants to add another technical university into it. That is University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, UNIKL. So, of course, we have to comply with the requirement of our Deputy Prime Minister, who is also the chairman of the Majlis TVET Negara. I think later on we are not going to have only this 5, but more than that. And even now, most of the universities have started in a different way, either through the micro credentials program or work-based learning programs, either 4+2 or 3+1, for you, 2, they call it 2U, 2I, 2U, 2I, or 3U, 1I, or it can be also 4U, 4 I's. You know, 4 B's for your 4 I's. Yes, because of the system has changed. Campuses are not the base where you acquire knowledge and skills anymore. You have to be out there. This is the examples of some countries in Germany and Japan, and now even in China. You can go through your education process within the context or within the milieu of the industries. No more in the, surrounded by your professors giving you all the theoretical knowledge all the time. I'm sorry if it's some of the professors here. Of course, we need that too. The theoretical foundation is very important. But most important thing in the field of skill, and of course in the area of vocational and technical studies, what you need more is to expose our students into the area of practicality. So ladies and gentlemen, we will be working closely with all the stakeholders here, particularly with the universities, as well as with the industries. So in the case of government of Malaysia, we are now working closely with other countries as well as with other ministries as well. It's not going to be working in silo anymore. Looking after your fiefdom into your own area. Now, under the instruction of the Prime Ministers, we are all required to work together as a team. Recently, I had a meeting with the MITI Minister. I also had a meeting with our Human Resource Minister, because our role as a higher education providers, we need to work closely with the rest, especially the MITI, and also with some of the states here. Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat, coming all the way from Perlis. Bukan dekat tu. To come with us here, to share together, to hear and to listen, to follow the developments of our education system here today. Ladies and gentlemen, on the point of globalization of TVET, of course, TVET has to receive increasing attention as well. With more time, energy, and resources dedicated to TVET, its development has consistently grown over the last decade by equipping individuals with practical skills and knowledge. TVET plays a crucial role in enhancing employability, fostering innovation, and driving economic growth. Globalization, too, has transformed many industries, economies, and the workforce. More companies operate across international borders physically and virtually, with technology evolving at breakneck speeds and becoming more disruptive. New and future skills are needed to replace obsolete skills from older technology that has been substituted for the latest state-of-the-art equipment. To prepare students for this dynamic environment, TVET institution must embrace internationalization. This means not only adopting global best practices, but also fostering cross-cultural competencies and creating networks that extend beyond national frontiers. There are certainly many key benefits of globalizing TVET. This include enhanced quality of education, increased employability, cultural competence, collaborative research, and innovation. Finally, I hope with the industry academia, or they call it now quintuple innovation helix discourse. I'm not sure whether you understand these terms or not. But basically, it's about bringing all people together to work as a team, or in a simple word they call today nexus, or quadruples, helix. This all, if it involves 4 parties, you bring 4 parties to work together. If you have more than that, we bring everybody together to work with us. And now they use the term quintuple innovation helix program by bringing. Who are they? Actually, by bringing academia, industry, government, public, and environment interaction. So there must be I think 5 components here. That is academia, industry, government, public, and environment. So now the term they use here is quintuples innovations helix framework. Well, you didn't have to remember that term if you are good, you are smart enough. If you are the polymaths, they call it, you can memorize the term. But the most important thing, how we can bring all people, all groups together. Because at the end of the day, what we need to do is to create a right ecosystem. Because we cannot live in isolation anymore. Because for Malaysia, for that purpose, if you want to introduce certain courses, we have to work closely with the industry. Oftentimes we receive sort of complaint from certain parties and certain industries that they are not, they don't have enough workers, and they want certain industry to be tailored towards their needs and their demand. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us, especially in the context of the university, to provide that. Not only that, we have to create further the right environment for the system to grow. So I would like to urge upon all the industries here to come forward. We have all the members of the universities here in front of you. If you have any problems, you come forward. If they don't entertain you, please let me know. And then you can come straight to me. But you are rest assured of their commitment. They go all around the world to bring the best practices to Malaysia. Recently, they were in Germany, in China, learning something new, the state of the art, the system that we want to bring, because we want to prosper alongside the world community, the world industry as well. So once again, thank you very much for this opportunity. Akhir sekali saya mengharapkan dengan peluang yang diberikan untuk saya berbicara sedikit sebanyak, memberikan pandangan, pihak kerajaan akan terus membangunkan satu sistem yang baik untuk negara kita, guna untuk memenuhi keperluan negara kita dalam konteks pekerjaan, dan kita mempunyai pakar-pakar, kehebatan-kehebatan yang ada, kepakaran-kepakaran tempatan yang tidak kurang hebatnya yang berada di hadapan saudara-saudara sekalian. Terima kasih sekali lagi. Saya mengharapkan pertemuan pada hari ini memberikan manfaat buat kita semua, dan ia merupakan satu permulaan yang baik untuk kita terus melaksanakan agenda besar negara secara bersama. Terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja for the speech, and we would like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja to remain on stage for the next item on agenda. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Yang Berhormat Tuan Muhammad Azmir bin Azizan, Exco of the State of Perlis, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Megat Sani bin Megat Ahmad, Deputy Secretary General Policy, Ministry of Higher Education, Yang Berusaha Profesor Dr. Azlinda binti Azman, Director General of Higher Education, Yang Berusaha Dr. Haji Muhammad Zahari bin Ismail, Director General of Polytechnic and Community College, Department of Polytechnic and Community College, and the Vice Chancellors of MTUN from UTM, UNIMAP, UMPAC and UTHM to join Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja, Minister of Higher Education Malaysia, on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to announce the launch of MTUN Advanced TVET 2030 and the book of MTUN Advanced TVET 2030. For your kind information, MTUN Advanced TVET 2030 is an extensive educational initiative emphasizing talent development through technical expertise, soft skills, and entrepreneurship at the tertiary level. And with that, we would like to direct your attention to our gimmick. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we bring to you an autonomous mobile robot that applies the concept of digital twin technology. Between the autonomous mobile robot and its 3D representation. Prior to this, the robot was 3D scanned and the movements are mapped relatively in the virtual world. This activity is performed in the real time.
And we would like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Diraja for the signing gimmick for the launching of MTUN Advanced TVET 2030. And we are pleased and appreciate the willingness of Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Diraja and our distinguished guests for the plug signing gimmick as a symbolic act for the launch of MTUN Advanced TVET 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause.
It is now our great pleasure to introduce a book that promises to make a significant impact in the field of TVET, Buku MTUN TVET Termaju 2030.
And without further ado, please turn your attention to the screen and enjoy the presentation. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja and our distinguished guests, let us turn our attention to the screen and enjoy the presentation for the launch of buku MTUN TVET Termaju 2030. Let's watch the gimmick together.
Let's empower advanced TVET together.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja, for this symbol of trust and collaboration. We would like to invite Yang Berhormat Tuan Muhammad Azmi bin Azizan, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Megat Sani bin Megat Ahmad Supian, Yang Berusaha Profesor Dr. Azlinda, and Yang Berusaha Dr. Haji Muhammad Zahari bin Ismail to return to your seats. And we wish to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja and all Vice Chancellors of MTUN to remain on stage for the next item on the agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, now we are pleased to welcome Yang Berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Haji Kasim bin Haji Mansur, the Vice Chancellor of University Malaysia Sabah, and Yang Berusaha Profesor Dr. Ahmad Hatta bin Rashid, the Vice Chancellor of University Malaysia Sarawak, on the stage for the document exchange ceremony to mark the collaboration between MTUN and Borneo Universities for TVET. Thank you, the Vice Chancellor of University Malaysia Sabah and University Malaysia Sarawak.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind information, we are excited to inform that a total of 3 Memorandum of Agreements and 23 Memorandum of Understandings between MTUN with University Malaysia Sabah and University Malaysia Sarawak, as well as with MTUN strategic partners, were successfully signed today. This collaboration marks an important step in fostering cooperation and synergy between public universities and strategic partners for the advancement of TVET in Malaysia.
And for that, we would like to invite MTUN strategic partners on stage for a photo shoot session to commemorate the exchange of Memorandum of Understanding and agreements that were signed today.
First group is Alibaba Education, Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, Bibron Medical Industries, Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology MIAD, Microsoft Malaysia, Beijing Zhongqing Linwo Group Co. Limited. Please welcome to stage. Thank you very much. The next group is Heilongjiang Agricultural Economy Vocational College, Fenglong Wan Limited Company, Malaysia Productivity Corporation MPC, Cyber Solutions Sdn Bhd, Cyber Security Malaysia, Harbin Institute of Information Technology.
Thank you, and we would like to invite the third group of MTUN strategic partners. Please welcome on stage ST Microelectronics Sdn Bhd, Samsung SDI Energy Malaysia Sdn Bhd, Fuji Electric Malaysia Sdn Bhd, Futuras Sdn Bhd, Militech Sdn Bhd, and Eastern Unity Technology Sdn Bhd. Thank you, and the last group, welcome on stage Excel Skill Academy Sdn Bhd, the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Malaysia CILT, UST Global Malaysia Sdn Bhd, Jabil Circuit Sdn Bhd, Sana Traffic System Sdn Bhd, and Unigenics Sdn Bhd. Higher separation was extended to all MTUN strategic partners for the collaboration and the MOU that was signed today.
We would like to invite Vice Chancellors of University Malaysia Pahang Al Sultan Abdullah, University Malaysia Perlis, and University Tun Hussein on Malaysia to return to your seats. We would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Professor Datuk Technologies Dr. Masila binti Kamaruddin to accompany Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Diraja to remain on stage for the next item on the agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we are proud to announce the launch of Malaysia-China Kaiwa Workshop. And for that, please enjoy the presentation that we have prepared for you.
敬的扎希德·哈密德副首相，各位嘉宾，大家好！我谨代表黑龙江省教育厅，祝贺马来西亚开悟工坊正式揭牌。开悟工坊是职业教育国际化发展的新平台，是响应“一带一路”倡议和服务中马经贸合作的创新举措。祝马来西亚开悟工坊建设取得良好成效。
尊敬的副首相阁下，各位领导、嘉宾，大家好！马来西亚开悟工坊是由黑龙江农业经济职业学院、马来西亚马六甲技术大学、阿里巴巴中国教育科技有限公司共同谋划、协同推进的。今天，马来西亚开悟工坊正式揭牌，这是一个历史性的时刻，标志着中马职业教育合作开启了新篇章。这也是我们给中马建交50周年的献礼。Welcome to Malaysia开悟 Workshop.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please welcome on stage Mr. Zhang Li, Director of Taobao Education, Alibaba Group, and Professor Chai Fang Yan, Director of Information Engineering Department, Heilongjiang Agricultural Economy Vocational College, who are representatives of China Kaiwu to participate in this launching ceremonial act of Malaysia-China Kaiwu Workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, again, please give a big round of applause for the launching of Malaysia-China Kaiwu Workshop. Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja, and our distinguished guests, please take your seats. Thank you once again, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja, and our distinguished guests. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of our ceremony. On behalf of the Secretariat, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to our sponsors, speakers, panelists, volunteers, and everyone who has contributed to the success of this event.
For your kind information, tea is served at Bilik Mawar, and thank you once again for being part of this incredible journey. Safe travels, and until we meet again, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.